Kenyon.
This is Sports Space for Big and Skip.
Peace.
Head coach opening. Yes or no? We're going to see what happens.
The refs got something dialed up too, and this is Sports Space.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. You have entered into the Sports Space with Big and Skip. What's going on? I know it's been some time, but, let me apologize to y'all,
Hey,
over
Sports
cold,
Space
that's
for
all.
Big and Skip. Press that like button, press that share button, press that subscribe button. Tell a friend, bring a friend, come again. And we are back once again.
We are back. So
once again, it's on.
And I got an announcement to make that's going to shock some people that have known me for a long time. So it's not bad.
He's announcing the 49ers.
Well, now that the cat's out the bag, but he's laughing. I'm not denouncing. Okay, let me make the.
Hey, I didn't even know what the fuck you. I was trolling.
Well, that's actually was my announcement. He kind of killed the element of the surprise, but all my life have been a 49er fan, loyal. Jerry Rice, my favorite player, greatest wide receiver of all time.
Definitely.
I've been, Joe Montana, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Definitely. The GOAT. The GOAT.
I've been through the Ronnie Lotts and the Tim McDonald's and the Eric Davises and the Merton Hanks and the Deion Sanders,
Terrell Owens,
Ken Norton Jr.'s and the Dana Stubblefields and the Bryant Youngs and the Navarro Bowmans and the Ahmad Brooks and the Patrick Willises and the Fred Warners,
Vernon Davises
and the Brent Jones,
Michael Tree,
I already said that, and the John Taylors and the J.J. Stokes and the T.O.s and the Roger Craigs,
Anquan Bolden,
the Anquan Boldens and the Ricky
Wesley
Waters,
Walls,
and the
Brent
Wesley
Jones,
Walls and the Garrison Hurst and the Frank Gores and the Christian McCaffreys and the Debo Samuels and I've been through
J.J. Stokes. Shout out to my nigga J.J. Stokes.
I've been through it all with the coaches from Bill Walsh to George Seifert to Steve Mariucci to the down years to Mike Singletary's to
Jim
Harbaugh era.
Cap.
The current era with Kyle Shanahan.
Smith.
But I wanted to. I root for all LA teams in every sport. The Lakers, of course, is my favorite team of all my favorite teams. Everybody knows that. The back-to-back champion Dodgers, y'all know that. Even in hockey, it's all about the Kings.
We are the champions.
Even in hockey, it's about the Kings. The real LA college team, USC. I don't know about that other school in Westwood. I'm LA. LA when it comes to how I move, what I represent, sports.
Basically, what he's saying is he's a 3-2-3 boy.
Everything. I'm a 2-1-3 dude. Forget.
We're gonna go all the way back.
I'm a 2-1-3 dude.
2-1-3, not LBC.
I just evolved to a 3-2-3 dude when they made 3-2-3 for those of us from West Side of South Central. We know that. But my announcement, since my partner killed the element of surprise, is that it's not fuck the 49ers. It's not I hate the 49ers, even though I hate the beat LA chant. I can't stand that chant. But the announcement is that the 49ers are no longer my favorite football team.
That's wild.
They are no longer my favorite football team.
I never thought I'd see this day.
Nobody never thought they'd see this day.
And even with the last 20 years with Dakota Prescott and Anthony Romo, I still have not given up on my Cowboys.
I wish the 49ers the best still. It's not, like I said, there's no hate like that or anything of that nature, but,
We've been having this conversation since 1994 or 5 back at Audubon, bro.
Just letting it be known now that.
That's how you feel?
That's how I feel now. That's how I feel now. That's how I feel now.
Hey, hold on.
I gotta be LA all the way, man.
Hey, for all of y'all to see.
I gotta be LA
for
all the way, man.
For all of y'all to see. And I've been saying this from the beginning. Guess what? Hey, we see who Cameron and we see who Mace. This nigga over here like Mace with the 3 hats on Monday.
I gotta be.
Hey, he's Title Town over here.
I gotta be LA all the way, man. I gotta be LA.
He's Title Town over here.
Hey, man, I gotta be LA all the way, man. So you know,
work, win, defend.
I gotta be LA, man. So you know, like I said, it's not. I'm just not fuck the 49ers. You know, still wish the 49ers the best.
So if you LA, that means you need to stop your Clipper shade.
Fuck the Clippers.
I thought you was all LA then.
No, when it comes to my favorite teams, the Clippers ain't one of my favorite teams. Fuck
no, them. I didn't say they was, but they LA though.
Fuck them. If the Clippers actually do something, you know what I'm saying? I'll say, all right, bring it home, bring it to the city.
So,
you know?
So let me ask you,
but you don't.
Let me ask you some real shit, right? Because I said this, right? I said it in my other group chat. If the Clippers was to win the championship.
No, I wouldn't go to the parade.
Yes, you would.
No, I would not.
Yes, you would.
I would not.
All you niggas is lying.
I would not go to the parade.
It's LA, right?
I would not go to the parade. I'm a Laker fan. Why would we go to the Clippers parade?
All right, let me rephrase that. I'm going to use a different scenario. I see your hat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, if the team formerly known as the San Diego Superchargers.
I wouldn't go to their parade either.
So they the Clippers to you?
The Chargers are the Clippers of the football. They're the little brother in L.A. People don't really flock to them like that. When it comes to football, now granted, there are a lot more football fans of other teams in L.A. The 49ers, the Steelers, the Cowboys, the Packers, just to name 4 teams that I know, the Raiders, that have a bigger fan base in L.A. than the Rams do.
And the Chargers.
No, the Chargers don't have a bigger fan base than the Rams. If you walk,
who's a Ram fan?
There's a lot of Rams fans in LA.
Besides niggas in St. Louis.
There's a lot of Rams fans in Los Angeles, bro.
Them Raider fans too.
No, I just said Raiders are one of the 5 teams.
No, I'm saying the niggas is Ram fans. The majority of them is Raider fans too. If we took a poll.
Well, the poll that I'm saying is if you took a poll of Rams or Chargers, the Rams will kill that poll. It's going to be Rams by a lot over the Chargers.
So right now, since we're on the subject of Rams and Chargers, Stafford or Herbert, who's the better quarterback?
Stafford. You serious?
Who's the better team?
The Rams.
Because I see Stafford light. I see Stafford light in Herbert.
Also, I see the number one team.
You don't see Stafford light?
I see the number one team where they're tied for the best record in the NFC in the Rams.
They are.
I don't see the Chargers on that level. The Chargers aren't on that level.
They don't have 4 losses, brother.
3 of those losses they probably shouldn't have lost.
Of course. So that means that they should be better.
They should be better, but
they have a good team.
But that's the problem.
Harbaugh's a good coach.
But that's the problem with the Chargers, that the Chargers lose games they ain't got no business losing. Now, we look at the Rams. The Rams honestly should be 10-0.
All right,
the Rams shouldn't have lost that game to Philly, and they shouldn't have lost that game to San Francisco.
Jones better than the new Patriots quarterback?
No. I think Drake May is better than Mac.
I don't think so.
I do.
I think Drake May has more weapons.
No, I think Drake May better than Mac Jones.
I think Mac Jones was dealing with the post Tom Brady Patriots.
What I will say about Mac Jones is that I think Mac Jones has played himself into another situation. Not a Sam Darnold Baker Mayfield type contract, but I think Mac Jones has played himself into a nice contract with another team next season.
Definitely.
I think he's played.
And if Purdy gets hurt again,
there's Mac Jones.
He might have played his way into the spot.
No, because the 49ers paid back Brock Purdy a lot of money. Like, there's no way Brock Purdy's losing his spot. Like, it's a lot of people.
I mean,
it's a lot of people
hold on, pause, partner. Hold on, partner. In 2001, Mr. Kraft was paying Drew Bledsoe a lot of money, and they went with the alleged GOAT, Tom Brady.
But you also got to say Drew Bledsoe missed the rest of the season. So, of course, if Tom Brady takes the Patriots to the Super Bowl and wins the Super Bowl like he did, and you weren't getting there with Drew Bledsoe, then of course you obviously going to make a decision. It's kind of like what the 49ers did with Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick. Alex Smith got the 49ers to an NFC Championship game.
Yeah, kind of like the Buffalo Bills did with Rob Johnson and Doug Flutie.
Exactly. We all good.
Kind of like the 49ers did with Steve Young and Joe Montana.
No, they were just, Joe Montana was getting older and Steve Young was younger. That's all that was.
You don't think the injury played a part?
The injury played a part, but also age.
And the money?
Age played a part too. I'm going to go with the younger quarterback that can do what the older quarterback has done, and he costs less. That's an easy decision. Where was I going with that? Yeah, so it's kind of like the same thing with 49ers and Brock Purdy. Like, Brock Purdy has gotten the 49ers to a Super Bowl. Didn't win it, but he's gotten the 49ers to a Super Bowl.
Okay, wait, pause. So how far would Mac Jones this season, as constructed with the 49ers, take them?
Maybe the second round, maybe.
Because of him or because...
Because number one...
hurt or because...
No. Not because of the offense. Because... Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. With Mac Jones, the 49er offense was cool. They scored just enough
Brock
points.
Purdy, the 49er offense is cool.
Listen to what I'm... No. Listen to what I'm saying. With Mac Jones, the 49er offense scored just enough points to win the game. They weren't blowing teams out. I think their season high with Mac Jones was when they scored 26 a few times against the Saints, the Rams. I don't remember another game where they scored 26, right? Brock Purdy comes back last week against Arizona. They put 42 on the board.
That's good.
The offense.
AZ is bad.
AZ is bad, but so is the Saints. So are the Saints. So are the Giants. I take that back. The 49ers scored 34 against the Giants with Mac Jones as starting quarterback. Giants ain't good like that. That was their season high before they put 42 on the board.
They're not good like that after their star receiver went down.
I'm not talking about the offense. I'm
talking about the out.
I'm not talking about the offense. I'm talking about the Giants' defense. The Giants' defense gave up those 34 points. Arizona defense gave up those 42 points to San Francisco. But you see how different their offense looks when Brock Purdy's out there compared to Mac Jones. Because say what you will about Mac Jones, and like I said, I think he's played himself to possibly get a chance at a decent situation next year. Whoever's looking for a quarterback, you can look at Mac Jones. You see what he did with the 49ers, a depleted offense, which somebody's head I'm getting on later. Man. How
depleted are y'all, and y'all still have CMC and Kittles?
Who y'all?
Well, the 49ers organization still have CMC and Kittles. CMC and Kittles.
Who's y'all?
That's a lot.
Let me tell you how depleted.
That's a lot.
Let me tell you how depleted the 49ers were. Yes, they had CMC all year. Kittle last week just came back. It was only the second game of the year he played.
And this is week 11. 10.
Yes, only week 12. We're going into week 12.
God damn.
George Kittle's only played 2 games.
Yikes.
Brandon Ayuk has not played yet this year.
Yeah, of course.
Ricky Pearsall, when he came back last week, that was only the 3rd game he's played.
So was it a mistake for y'all to let Debo go?
Jawan Jennings has missed games.
Was it a mistake for y'all not to pay Debo?
Who's y'all?
Was it a mistake for the 49ers organization?
I know you got to get used to it, but...
Was it a mistake? Was it a mistake for them to let...
I think that was a mistake because they should have paid him what he wanted and not paid Brandon Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk is the number 2 receiver, so that's where I'm going to leave that at.
We'll talk about Brandon Ayuk later. But the 49ers have been depleted on offense a lot, and the defense is shot to hell. Not saying the defense is bad, shot to hell. I'm saying the defense is bad, injuries. Bryce Huff is out. Mykel Williams is out for the year. Nick Bosa's out for the year. Fred Warner's out for the year. That secondary is super young. They try. I'm not going to say they don't. They ask because they don't try. They try, but they're just young. They don't have a leader on that defense right now. So the defense is depleted. The 49ers have been a really good story this year because despite the injuries on offense, on defense, mind you, Brock Purdy, the game Brock Purdy played in, that was only his 3rd game of the year. Last week against Arizona, that was only his 3rd game of the year. He got hurt in week 1. He came back and played against Jacksonville in week 4, got hurt again, and then he played against Arizona. So your starting quarterback has only played 3 games. Starting tight ends only played 2 games. Your number 1 and number 2 receivers have played the combined 2 games. The guy who was bitching all summer about, I want to get paid as a number 1 receiver, has not been good this year in Juwan Jennings. Your defense,
he's number 2.
Your defense, probably your 4 biggest names on defense are all been injured. 3 of them are out for the year. ACL, and that ankle injury.
And Magabosa.
Yeah, Matt, he's one of them. So the 49ers to be 7-4 with all the injuries that they've had, it's actually a good story.
It is.
It's a really good story. Now, if the 49ers been healthy, they'd probably be better. But, you know, they've had a good year despite the injuries. So I'll get that to the 49ers.
I just want to say this has been a really wild, unpredictable season as far as the NFL is concerned. We have teams that are in dominant positions or in contention, like the Danny Dimes-led Indiana Colts and Mike Vrabel, has resurrected the Patriots.
Coach of the year.
And, hey, without a doubt, bar none.
Coach of the year.
And just different situations. It's a wild place. And finally.
Nice.
This SOB won't make the playoffs. Finally, somebody else will win the AFC West. Be it the San Diego Superchargers or the Denver Broncos.
Broncos got that.
Finally, for 8 years, I've been saying that someone who remains anonymous,
Patrick Mahomes,
someone who doesn't exist,
Patrick Mahomes,
someone who deserves no acclaim,
Patrick
no
Mahomes,
fame, no awards, no praise.
Patrick Mahomes.
Finally. Hey, shout out to Eric V.
3-time Super Bowl
Shout
champion.
out to Eric V.
First of all, his last name is B Enemy, not
Eric
B.
Eric V. Shout out to Eric. Because they offense ain't been looking the same since you left the building. But it's crazy in the NFL season. But what we're going to do right now, I'm going to say my last little things about the NFL. The NFL season, you know, it's week 12. And we got the Thanksgiving games coming next week. And we know we about to find out by the beginning of December who is who and what is what. And that's where I want to leave the NFL season. You know, it's been a great NFL season of much unpredictability and much unexpectancy. But now, let's get to the main event. NBA. 2025-26 season.
Before we start talking about what we've been seeing on the court, there's something that's been going on off the court. There's a couple of things that's happened off the court. I'm going to address one a little later. I want to address one now. Have you been paying attention to this Draymond Green, Kenyon Martin back and forth?
No, I haven't. I don't even know nothing about it.
So basically, on the last episode, I saw Gil's Arena. I'm sure there may have been one or two afterwards, but the last one that I saw, Kenyon Martin was talking about tough guys in the NBA. And he mentioned, you know, the guys that he knew that were like real.
I found this on the web.
I didn't ask you. That was real tough guys in the NBA. And a name was brought up that he didn't say. The name that he brought up, or that somebody, I think it was Josiah who brought his name up. Well, one of them other dudes, I think it was Josiah, said, what about Draymond Green? Or it might have been Nick Young or Gil. But one of them said, what about Draymond Green? And Kenyon Martin's response was, nah, fake tough dude.
I mean, when he got into the altercation with Beef Stew, a.k.a. Jonathan Stewart, a.k.a. the nigga that had LeBron running in Detroit, he didn't want no smoke. None. So, you can't pick and choose your battles. I am not a professional. And I will say this. Every team need a nigga like Draymond on their squad. But offensively, Is he the most inclined? No. Defensively, is he most inclined? No. Do I question his Defensive Player of the Year award? Yes. Do I question his defensive acumen? Yes.
Draymond Green's?
Do I question his defensive acumen? Yes.
Wow. Maybe his offensive game I would think you question, but not his defensive.
I question everything about Draymond's career.
Right.
In the words of Curtis Interscope, 50 Cent Jackson, your whole career is a mystery. You're not what you depicted to be. In the words of Nasir Jones.
Yeah.
You are a six-man. Six-man. Wow.
Yeah.
You only got the spot because David Lee got hurt. You are a six-man. Like Charles Barkley said, if you went to another team, what would you do? And now, again, I don't want to double talk outside of my mouth. Every team need a dog, need a crash dummy, need a crash out nigga. Just like every hood need a crash out nigga on their side.
They talking about that in the chat right now, too. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Shout out to the chat.
Shout out to the
Shout
chat.
out Wayne. Shout out Pat.
Yeah,
shout out Renzo. Shout
Courtney,
out all you guys.
Ralph.
Shout out Ralph.
But they going in on the chat about Draymond and Kenyon right now.
Like, I feel like this, right? I feel like this. I've been alive. Oh, what a time to be alive. I've been alive long enough to see when fake thugs, you be the CB4, be the gusto. When Corey Maggette try to run up on fucking Kenyon, and that nigga said, pop, 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 pop. You know what I mean? I seen this shit in live in action. I seen Kenyon Martin clothesline Karl Malone. Karl Malone is supposed to be one of them from the old era. And Karl Malone didn't want no smoke. Nothing. So, basketball is a physical sport. Football is a physical sport. If you put Draymond in a time of when niggas was really gooning, he's not a goon. He's a runner. Like Kenyon Martin said, you're a goon in today's time because nobody busted you in your fucking mouth. I saw it. Did you see when he got into it with Jonathan Stewart?
They did.
He didn't want no smoke. I seen him get into a Boogie. He didn't want no smoke. I've seen him get into a John.
Boogie,
I've seen.
Boogie was raised by a goon,
I've seen Debo get into it with the Honorable Zebo, and he didn't want no smoke. Big West was on this team. I bet you when Big West was on this team, he didn't want no smoke. So you can't pick and choose your battles and bully and turn up on niggas that don't want no smoke. You kick Steven Adams in the nuts.
You choked out Rudy Gobert.
You crushed out Rudy Gobert, my nigga. You doing this shit to international niggas. You supposed to be from Saginaw.
Yeah, Saginaw, Michigan.
You supposed to be from Michigan, my nigga. You supposed to be thugging, my nigga. I'm from LA, my nigga.
Well, you're not playing.
I'm from LA.
First of all, you from Inglewood.
From a certain section.
You from Inglewood.
And then I move to I'm from Inglewood from a certain section. I moved to LA from a certain section. We here in Los Angeles. We here in Chicago. We here in New York. We walk it like we talk it. No disrespect to Detroit. No disrespect to Michigan. But you got a perpetrator. You got a fake thug, no love, see before you be the gusto type nigga doing this shit. You can sock Jordan Poole, my nigga. But you sock another nigga that's not like Jordan Poole. You're not like that, bro. And I love everything about you. I love your dog. I love your interpretation. I love you being the crash dummy for Stephen Wardell Curry. But you not like that. Kenyon Martin is like that.
Wardell Stephen Curry.
All of the above.
His first name is actually Wardell. He's named after his father.
My bad.
Yeah.
You not like that. Kenyon is like that. I seen it. We all seen it.
Here's my take on that. Because it went over into this because Kenyon Martin said Draymond not like that.
But he not, though.
Let me follow the timeline. Draymond, of course, responded. But he responded in Draymond Green fashion. He didn't respond to the original take of you not like that when it comes to gooning up. He responded to Kenyon Martin being an underachiever for his NBA career.
Kenyon Martin was the number 1 pick.
That's where I'm going with that.
Draymond Green was a 2nd rounder.
That's where I'm going with that.
A 6th man.
But that's where I'm going with that. Kenyon Martin was the number 1 pick out of Cincinnati 2000 draft. He was taken number 1. College player of the year. I think he was college player of the year when he was drafted number 1.
Well, I just got one question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to line step in the words of shout out to Mason Camp. I just want to ask you one question. Was David Lee not at one point the best player on the team? Better than Wardell Steffen, better than Clay, better than all of them.
Of course you're gonna be,
and he's the highest paid.
Of course you're gonna be better than rookies, bro.
That's not the point. What I'm
saying.
That
is the point.
Was Draymond Green the 6th man? That's what I was trying. That's why I was going with it.
No, he was the 6th man, but you also got to understand they were.
Did Draymond get time because David Lee got a hamstring injury in the 2015 season? Wait.
You're looking at it wrong.
Did David Lee get a hamstring injury in the 2015 season?
You're looking at it wrong because David Lee was good, but David Lee ain't this all-time great. We gotta stop putting stuff.
David Lee is better than Draymond Green.
No, he's not. You gotta stop putting stuff on people like these people.
Are you snorting lines,
Sir,
my nigga?
David Lee is not a Hall of Famer. Number 1, David Lee is not getting his jersey retired with the Golden State Warriors. David Lee did not win no championship with the Warriors. Draymond did.
Okay, like Jordan Poole said, Draymond is fucking Wardell Steffen's fucking backpack.
I understand that, but you also got to understand that David Lee wasn't a part of the plan. Otherwise, he would have been a part of the plan.
Klay Thompson is more of an integral part of the championship than Draymond Green. Draymond Green should be gone.
No, he should not be gone because he helps the offense go. He runs the offense. David Lee.
Okay, so Game 6. Wait, just Game 6.
You're talking about one game against Oklahoma City.
Right.
One game.
37 points in 1 quarter.
One game. You're talking about one game in the playoffs?
Klay Thompson is a better player than Draymond Green.
Draymond Green would have been Finals MVP if the Warriors won in 2016, not Klay Thompson.
You sure?
Klay Thompson's a better shooter than Draymond
He's a better
Green.
player.
Klay Thompson's a better scorer than Draymond Green. Draymond Green is better than everything else than Klay Thompson. Everything else. What are we talking about? Let's not do this. Let's be objective here. Let's be
Is Draymond Green better than Andre Iguodala?
It's 2 totally different players. Again, Andre Iguodala is a better passer than Draymond Green. He might be slightly a better scorer than Draymond Green. Draymond Green is better than everything else than Andre Miller.
Okay, Andrew Bogut.
Next.
I'm really going there.
Next.
Really going there.
Next.
Big West.
Next.
You hold this nigga in too much high regard.
No, you hold him in too low of a regard. No, we're not finna act like Draymond Green a bum, bro. We're not about to do that. Again,
I didn't say he was a bum.
You're talking
but
like
his antics.
No, we're not talking about. I'm not talking about his antics. His antics don't these antics don't make
okay,
other players better.
Who's better, Draymond Green or Ben Wallace? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Ben Wallace was better.
Thank you,
because he was a better defender than Draymond Green. Ben Wallace is also a Hall of Famer.
Dre did better than Ben Wallace is score more.
Ben Wallace is also a Hall of Famer. Those other guys you named ain't Hall of Famers. Andre Miller, is he in the Hall of Fame? No.
The Andre Miller's a guard. I didn't say Iguodala.
Is he Andre Iguodala? Is he in the Hall of Fame?
He probably will be.
Is he now?
No.
Andrew Bogut, is he in the Hall of Fame?
No. David Lee, no.
David Lee, is he in the Hall of Fame?
No.
You know who probably gonna get in the Hall of Fame just based off his accomplishments?
Klay Thompson.
You know who else is gonna get in? Draymond Green. You know whose jersey's gonna get retired with the Warriors? Draymond Green. He may not be your cup of tea. I understand that. But let's be objective here. In today's NBA, Draymond Green is better than those guys. We ain't talk. Here's the problem with people when they talk basketball. They think basketball is just about how many points you can score.
So is he better than Bob Horry? Because I put them in the same category, except Bob wasn't dirty.
Draymond Green is better than Robert Horry.
Huh?
You're looking at championships. Let's not do that. You're looking at championships in big moments. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Again, let's be objective.
Hey, Bob on Houston was a nigga, bro.
Robert Horry on Houston was not Draymond Green in his prime with the Warriors. Let's not do that.
All right.
Let's not
with
do
the 01 and 02 Lakers have done what they done without Bob.
No, they wouldn't have. But you acting like the Warriors would do what they do without Draymond Green. They wouldn't. They would not.
You know what? I'm not going to contradict myself because I
The only
always
reason
say
why- the only
in
reason why-
2016,
bro-
if he didn't get suspended for Game 5, the Warriors win in 6.
Even with him getting suspended for Game 5, if the Warriors win that series in 7, Draymond Green was the Finals MVP, not Steph, not Clay. Draymond.
You know Steph was injured. Hey, let's not forget that. Let's not forget
he played
that.
hurt. It's different between playing hurt and being injured. If you injured,
Hampered.
if you injured, you ain't playing.
All right.
It's
Got
good.
it, got it.
That's my difference.
Got it.
My point is, if the Warriors win the championship in 2016, the man who had a triple-double, a 32-point triple-double in Game 7 would have been Finals MVP. That was not Steph. That was not Clay. That was Draymond Green. Let's be objective here. We're not finna talk like Draymond Green a bum.
No,
I
he's
get
not.
it.
He's
He
not.
ain't that. He may not be
My problem
number
is,
one
is
on the
is
team.
the antics and the dirty
I
shit,
hear
bro.
you about the antics, but that's not talk like Draymond Green on the court, strictly basketball, is some bum ass player.
No,
We're
he's
not going to do
He's
that.
not.
Let's not do that. All right? That's all I'm saying about Draymond Green. Now, getting back to what I was saying, Draymond Green never answered the question, never responded, should I say, to what Kenyon Martin said about him not being like that. He went into career accomplishments because that's what Draymond Green does. I got Defensive Player of the Year. I got 4 rings. I'm probably going to be Hall of Fame. I'm going to get my jersey retired. You was an underachiever. Now, Kenyon Martin has responded. I haven't seen it yet because it's fucking 26 minutes long, which, why are you taking 26 minutes to respond to somebody? What are we doing? But you kind of already answered the question, which was, who would you think is better, prime for prime, out of Kenyon Martin and Draymond Green? You kind of already answered the question, though. Because you obviously don't think Draymond Green is good.
I mean, when the New Jersey Nets went to the finals back-to-back years,
Yes.
Kmart
that
was the
Kenyon
number
Martin.
2 guy.
He was. But
Draymond has never been the number 2 guy.
No, he's never been the number 2 guy. Now, here's what I will say to that about Kenyon Martin being the number 2 guy. The reason why Kenyon Martin and Nick Young get into it so much is because Nick Young liked to throw the fact that he won a championship in everybody's face. So their response to him is that you didn't do shit. You got an A on the project and you didn't do shit. Which was kind of Nick Young in 2017.
Not even just that, nigga. You was there.
Yeah, that was Nick Young.
You
with
was
the,
there.
That was Nick Young with the Warriors. You didn't do shit, but you still got an A on the project. To Nick Young's point, because Kenyon Martin always says, I did this and I did that when I played in the finals. Yeah, you did. There's a reason Kenyon Martin did all that in the finals. Because nobody feared you. The Lakers weren't going into the finals like, hey, we need the game plan for Kenyon Martin because we let him go off. We might actually lose this championship. There was something that Kenyon Martin said that somebody need to fact check him on. When he said we actually went into the finals and had other people stepped up, we would have beat the Lakers. And other people,
Who is he referring to?
and other people he's
Keith
talking.
Van Horn?
He's definitely
Kerry
talking.
Kittles?
He's definitely talking about Keith Van Horn and Kerry Kittles.
Richard Jefferson?
Richard Jefferson, but Richard Jefferson was a rookie. To a lesser extent,
Bobby Jackson?
Lucius Harris. Bobby Jackson wasn't on that team.
My bad.
Lucius Harris.
Hold on, he was on.
Bobby Jackson was on a 2000.
No, I'm saying he was on New Jersey at a point.
Not when
I remember him been there.
Not when they went to the finals. He was still with the Kings. So he's saying that had other people stepped up, we would actually beat the Lakers. Kenyon Martin, let me fact check you on something real quick. Going into the 2002 finals against the Lakers, the question was not, do y'all have a chance of beating the Lakers?
How many games the Lakers going to win in?
The question was, are y'all going to win a game? That was the question going into the 2002
That's one of the most disappointing finals in my whole life.
Question
we
was,
knew who was going to win before it started.
Everybody knew. People in New Jersey knew who was winning that championship. The question was, are y'all going to win a game? Get your facts straight, Kenyon Martin. Y'all did not have a chance in hell of beating the Lakers in the 2002 finals because there was one guy on that team that none of y'all had an answer for. The guy by the name of Shaquille O'Neal.
I mean,
and then when y'all
you going to say that?
then,
Two guys.
Listen. And then when y'all thought y'all was going to send 3-4 people at Shaq, then there was another guy on that team that nobody had an answer for, and he dogged your ass that whole series. A guy by the name of Kobe Bryant. Don't forget Kenyon Martin.
So
Kobe
just throw
Bryant.
him in there. Kerry Kittles.
No, mainly
Richard Jefferson.
Mainly Kenyon Martin, though. Don't forget, don't get it twisted, Kenyon Martin. Kobe used to bust your ass when you was with New Jersey and when
Denver.
you was with Denver. Kobe used to bust your ass. Don't get it twisted, Kenyon Martin. Y'all didn't have a chance in 2002 against the Lakers. I just want to put that out there.
So, before we go on to the next segment, I just want to ask you, fuck all the bullshit and all the drama and all the feelings. Who do you think is the better player, Draymond Green or Kenyon Martin, overall?
I'm going to say Kenyon Martin because, and I'm talking about peak for peak.
Yeah.
Like, Kenyon Martin at the height of his game, Draymond Green at the height of his game, I think Kenyon Martin's the better player.
You know what's so funny about it, though? They both kind of like held the same position on their squad.
Absolutely.
And did the same thing. It's just, I think Kenyon Martin was a little bit more talented offensively.
Now, here's what I would say to Kenyon Martin's credit. Say the New Jersey Nets 2002 pulled off the upset of the fucking universe,
man,
and beat the Lakers in the 2002 finals. I think Kenyon Martin would have been Finals MVP.
Over JK?
Over Jason Kidd. I think Kenyon Martin would have been Finals MVP. But the problem is, again, y'all didn't even win a game.
Now, moving right along.
You got to win a game to win a series.
Moving right along. Your boy is back. Are you happy? How do you feel? Do you think he's going to stunt A.K. Reeves?
Are we referring to LeBron James?
Yes, we're talking about Ramon.
My question with LeBron coming back was Austin Reeves. A lot of people's question about LeBron coming back was DeAndre Ayton. I think LeBron being back is going to help DeAndre Ayton immensely.
Yes, because he's going to be fucking wide open more.
Because he's already been open with Luka and Reeves getting him the ball.
Wait, speaking of which, since you spoke on Ayton, are you surprised? Or are you just like, oh, it doesn't matter? Because he's playing better than what niggas expected.
Neither. I'm not surprised because I know that DeAndre Ayton has this in him. I'm not like whatever because I like the fact that DeAndre Ayton is playing very well. He's played very outside of the opening night against Golden State.
Yeah, that was bad.
Outside of that one game, DeAndre Ayton has played very well. Very well. The man's averaging, what was he averaging? 16 and 8? 16 and 8? 16 and 9? Love it. Because that's what I want him to average. I said if he could give us 15 and 18,
if he
10
if
rebounds.
He could give us power numbers, would you be happy with that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If he could give us Binos numbers.
Absolutely. And he's giving us that. DeAndre Ayton is doing exactly what we, Laker fans, Laker Nation, what we want him to do. Be an anchor in the paint, get your chippies.
Rim runner,
dunks, pick and pop.
Get your occasional ISO.
He's rebounding the ball. He's blocking shots. He's being a defensive presence at the rim. He's doing what a starting center in today's NBA is supposed to do, and he's doing it very well.
And better than Gafford and Lively.
Better than Gafford and Lively. And I think he's going to continue to do that because you have Luka Doncic, who's getting him the ball. Austin Reeves is getting him the ball. And now LeBron is back, and all I saw LeBron do was get him the ball.
So my question,
I think DeAndre Ayton's going to benefit very well.
If we would have had DeAndre Ayton in 21, 22, or 23, or 24, going against Joker and some of the teams where we was disadvantaged because they had Triple J or Joker, what do you think the outcome would have been?
Denver different, man. Denver different.
They different now because they got Valanciunas and Joker.
Yeah, but even the year we got swept by them in the conference finals, like we had Anthony Davis and we couldn't do nothing with them. The next year when they beat us in the first round, we had Anthony Davis, we couldn't do nothing with him.
Right. So, and pause right quick, right? I don't want to just give pause. I don't want to just jump on top of fucking Joker. We got to start respecting and putting some respect in the name. I know we have Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Shout out to his cousin. He's fucking balling over in Atlanta. He's fucking balling. But we got to put some respect on Jamal Murray's name. Jamal Murray is an all-star. He's one of the top guards in the league. Regardless of whether niggas want to give him that or not, he's one of them niggas, bro. definitely against us because he's shown it. He is a nigga who I look at. Correct me if I'm wrong. I look at him as a taller, better version of Fred VanVleet.
Are you done?
Go ahead.
Getting back to the topic at hand. 'Cause,
You funny, nigga.
LeBron James being back, as far as it's going to affect Austin Reeves, and for those of y'all that didn't catch what I just did, I just answered what I thought about Jamal Murray. It remains to be seen what is going to happen to Austin Reeves. Now, Austin Reeves, Tuesday night against Utah, he had 28, 26. It's a quiet 26. He had 26 points. Austin Reeves, top 10 in the league in scoring right now. He's averaging 28 a game, career high. Do I think he's going to remain top 10 in the league? Wow. I don't know. Let me continue this thought in a second. Shout out to our chat, man. Rest in peace, Rodney Rogers. Breaking news.
He gone.
He just made his transition.
Hey man, hey, you know that. Shout out to my brother. He's been suffering since he had his ATV accident.
Yeah.
He's been paralyzed. So I see you next lifetime, Rodney.
Yeah, 12-year career.
Thing,
12-year career in the NBA. Won Sixth Man of the Year while he was playing with the Phoenix Suns. Was a really, really, really good basketball player. I remember.
One of the better players in the Clippers when he was younger.
Yeah, I remember when he was with the Suns playing them in the 2000 playoffs.
Hey, you notice how he don't want to say Clippers.
Rodney Rogers was a problem. I don't speak on the relevant teams. Rodney Rogers was he was a dog, man. Rodney Rogers was a dog. One of the better six men to ever play in the league. So rest in peace to Rodney Rogers. Sending positive energy to his family, his wife, you know.
The whole Rogers family.
The whole Rogers family. But back to the Lakers. We'll see what happens with Austin Reeves. Luka's going to get his because he's Luka. I hope LeBron, the way LeBron played Tuesday night against the Jazz, I hope he's more that LeBron and realizes that, hey, he is 40, about to be 41. You just got done dealing with sciatica. That's not something to laugh at. You don't need to be the LeBron that feels like I got to come out and score 25 to 30 for this team to win. LeBron James had 11 points. The Lakers scored 140 points. Season high.
Hey, I hope he stays to LeBron
so
that he's been, like you said. But to my point, and to many members of the media point, Mr. James Sr. didn't have no sciatica. The nigga's motherfucking faking and jaking. He mad that
moving on to other things.
That's allegedly fair usage.
Moving on
allegedly
to
fair
things.
usage.
We're not doing that, man. We're not doing
Ain't
that.
wasn't no fucking sciatica.
We're not doing that, man. So moving
Niggas
on.
is low managing.
Moving on. We're not about to do that today.
We don't have to.
Because you not be we know you're not objective when it comes to LeBron, so we know that. Have you heard what's been going on with the Lakers, the front office, and the Buss family?
Yeah, I heard their sons got eliminated.
So, another hot topic that we've been discussing in another chat that I'm in, this whole situation with the Buss family. So let me take you through some history, and those of y'all that don't know, let me take y'all through some history, right? Yeah, I'm sure y'all watched what was the name of that show that came on HBO?
Showtime?
About the Lakers, yeah. With that intro, that intro at the beginning, I downloaded that song. That song is hard. My favorite mutiny. That's the name of that song. So when Jerry Buss bought the Lakers, his vision was to put Jeannie in a position to run the business side of things, and for her to eventually be the governor when his time is up.
What about his boys?
I'm getting there. Jim and Johnny was to run the basketball operations until Jesse and Joey became of age and of knowledge to take the reins.
His grandsons?
No, that's his youngest sons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jerry has 6 kids.
No, I thought he only had 3 kids.
No, he has 6.
All right.
There's 6 kids. Johnny and Janie, they're kind of always in the background, and then there's Jeannie, Jim, Jesse, Joey. I don't know. I didn't say that in the right order, but those are 6 kids. Anyway, the plan was for Jesse and Joey to take the reins from Jim when because Jim was a little more up there in age. They're younger, of course. When they learned the full side of the basketball operations, they were supposed to take it from Jim. Jeannie didn't like that. So let's go through the timeline of events. Remember 2017, 2016, whenever this happened. Let's go back to 2013. 2013, Jerry passes. It automatically assumes the roles of, all right, Jerry's gone now. Jeannie, you're taking over the business side. Jim, you're going to take over the basketball side. Jesse and Joe, you're already running the scouting department and Sparks. Jim, of course, when he was running basketball operations, he made the dumb decisions of giving Timothy Moskoff $64 million for 4 years.
Well, dang.
Giving Lou Aldang $72 million for 4 years. Like, wow. And the Lakers were terrible under his run as running basketball operations. Jeannie got tired of it. Jeannie fired him. Brought in Magic. Brought in Rob Pelinka. Jim and Johnny didn't like that. The reason why Jim and Johnny didn't like that is because I think Jimmy and Johnny, and this is kind of sort of been proven, Jimmy and Johnny at some point wanted to sell the Lakers. They wanted to sell the team.
I thought they wanted to just have full autonomy.
No, the reason why they did what they did with the coup, because they wanted to get Jeannie out of there as one of the board members, as the governing owner. They wanted to sell the team. They wanted to get the bread. They didn't want to follow their father's vision.
So, what was their cut of the sale?
Of the current sale?
Yeah.
Getting there. So that happened. Jeannie gets Johnny and Jim out of there. They get nothing from the Lakers. Like, they have absolutely nothing to do with the Lakers. They have no shares in it. When Jeannie got them out of there, she took everything from them Lakers. So even with this current sale, they got nothing.
So now I see what you and Renzo were saying. So
they got
basically, Jeannie Buss been running the Lakers as a sole proprietor
since 2017.
Okay,
she was the governing owner, the final decision maker. She was the boss. Everything ran through her. What a lot of people don't understand in 2021,
I thought she just fired Jim. I didn't know she fired the other one too.
She got both of them out of there.
Right.
Both of them was in on the hostile takeover. 2021, Mark Walter buys a 27% stake in the Lakers. Nobody knows that important part of all of this that's going on. People are acting like Mark Walter just put together this elaborate plan this year to say, hey, I want to add the Lakers to my portfolio. Hey, Jeannie, I want to buy the Lakers from you. I'll give you $10 billion. And then she was like, yeah, okay. No. 2021, Mark Walter bought a 27% stake in the Lakers. So this man has already been around for 4 years. So a lot of people don't understand about this situation that Jeannie, because what B, Renzo, and Paul were talking about, not debating, we're just talking, bouncing ideas. Like, but everybody have valid points in this discussion. Jeannie been planning this from jump because she's always felt slighted by her father. Like, I'm smarter than all 4 of these motherfuckers, but you putting them in position that I want.
So are you happy that she sold the team?
I am. I'm getting there. So now it's at a point where, all right, since this is what Dad want, all right, let's see what Jim does. Jim fucked it up. Jimmy fired. Fuck out of here. Johnny, you can go with him too. Since y'all trying to take over. Both of y'all get the fuck out of here. Y'all don't got shit to do with the Lakers moving forward ever again. So now they're out the way. Jesse and Joey are doing their thing. Mind you, Jesse and Joey are doing a great job. These are the 2 people in the organization that everybody speaks highly of. But you also got to remember, before I get to Jesse and Joey, the whole situation with Jerry West, her and Jeannie get along. She got Jerry out of there. Ryan West was leaking information. They found out he was, fired his ass. The Rambuses came in. Now they have these high positions because they're friends with Genie. I think that's dumb.
Wild.
I think that's crazy, but whatever. Rob Pelinka got his job because Kobe. And of course, Magic is Magic. Him and Genie have a brother-sister relationship that's actually stronger than her relationship with her real brothers. Whatever. Magic quits. Rob Pelinka takes over front office operations of basketball. So he's running the front office. Everything, all final decisions go through him as far as our basketball operations now. Jesse and Joey are doing a great job. We always going to give Jesse and Joey credit for finding two people that will all forever be in the hearts of Lakers. Austin Reeves, Alex Caruso. Undrafted, both of them ballers. Caruso's a two-time champion now. Shout out to Alex Caruso.
They didn't find Steve Blake either?
That was a free agent signing.
Right.
They didn't draft him. Like, he wasn't undrafted.
Right.
Steve Blake got drafted by, if I'm not mistaken, the Blazers.
I thought he got drafted by the Bullets. No, he was. It was the Blazers.
I think it was the Blazers. I think it was the Blazers. So all that is going on. Jesse and Joey, they spoke to the Athletic about how they felt about everything. They haven't talked to Rob or Genie. Like, there's been no conversation. So Genie is planning this, and now here come Mark Walters saying, or Genie is saying, I'm gonna sell you my majority ownership. They negotiate, and they basically flip-flop. Now Mark Walters is the majority owner of the Lakers, and Genie has 27% of the team. She's minority owner, but they're partners. Jesse and Joey were against the sale. They voted against the sale because they knew what was going to happen if Mark Walters becomes the governing owner, which he is now.
Because they knew they weren't going to have no power no more.
And that's exactly what it was. They didn't have no power. So Genie is like, well, since they don't want to be on board, I don't want them here. Mark Walters ain't got no loyalty to the Buss family. You don't want them here? Fuck it. They done. Fellas, we going to let y'all keep y'all 6% stake in the team. But as far as y'all's job with the Lakers, I'm removing you from your duties. So Genie has been
actually did them a solid. Like, nigga, you ain't got to work, but you still don't get a check.
Yeah, they still gonna get a check.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly. They still gonna get a check, but get the fuck out of here. So 4 of the Buss kids are getting checks from this $10 billion. I don't know if they're gonna give Jim and Johnny some bread from this, whatever, but I know both sisters and the younger brothers are getting checks from this.
So
$10 billion.
I was having a conversation with somebody I know, and they were saying that before all of this happened, that the Lakers, the Buss family only owned like 10% of the Lakers. They was like partners.
No, they own more than that. I think they owned somewhere in the 20s, 30s. I don't know, but they didn't.
Who was their partner?
I gotta look it up, but they had
or investor.
They had other investors that had ownership in the team. Kind of like with the Dodgers.
Because isn't the Buss family in horses?
Yep. They kind of like with the Dodgers. Like Walter has majority ownership. His partner is Stan Kasten, and then you got other people who are investors like Billie Jean King, Magic Johnson, some other people who I forget their names off the top of my head. But there's a lot of people who have ownership stake in the Dodgers. But when it comes to who the bosses are, it's Mark Walter and Stan Kasten.
And then Magic?
Magic is not.
Or he's just an investor?
He's an investor. He's not a decision maker.
Oh, so he's a venture capitalist.
Yes.
Cool.
It's the same thing that Mark Walter was before he took over ownership. He was an investor. He didn't make no decisions, nothing like that. But now he's the boss. He's the decision maker now. So you got to know that once new ownership buys a team, this happens in any sport, any team. It doesn't matter. When new ownership takes over a team, 9 times out of 10, they're going to bring in their people.
Yeah.
Because they
didn't hire you.
With that being said, Farhan Zaidi, who was the Dodgers general manager for a bit, then he went to the Giants. It didn't work out with the Giants. Now he's back with the Dodgers. He's an advisor for the Lakers on the analytics department. So that way Mark Walter can learn about the analytics of basketball. Farhan Zaidi is an advisor. Andrew Freeman, who's the president of baseball operations for the Dodgers, everybody, Brandon Gomes, the scouting department, all them report to Andrew Freeman. he is now an advisor for the Lakers. What is his job with the Lakers? To consult Rob Pelinka, who's the president of basketball operations and the general manager of the Lakers. So basically, what I said was going to happen when this sale went final is starting to happen. The mom and pop Lakers that we've known since, when did Jerry Buss brought it? 1979 is over. And I,
You bought it from Jack Kent Cook, right?
Bought it from Jack Kent Cook. Bought the Forum, the Kings, and the Lakers from Jack Kent Cook in 79.
Oh, I didn't know Dr. Buss owned the Kings too.
He did for a little bit. He owned the Kings. The mom and pop Lakers that we know it is over with, and I, as a diehard bleed purple and gold Laker fan, could not be more happier because I am sick of the Lakers being ran like a mom and pop organization. Now, to Paul's point, I know, Paul, you're going to watch this. The Lakers were a family business.
Shout out to my nigga P. Lee.
The Lakers were family business, not are. They were a family business. Paul's going to laugh at this when he see this. They were a family business. They kept everything in the family. There is always a positive to that, right? But there's also a negative to that. Because the negative to having your circle, your family circle, helping you run the business is that your family circle ain't basketball minds like that.
All right, I'm going to give you an example of
before,
why.
Before you give me an example.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shut up. Before you give me the example, I always believe in this. And this happened with the Dodgers, which is why I see what's about to happen with the Lakers, and I'm so looking forward to it. That sounded gay. Whatever. When the Dodgers were bought from Frank McCourt and his wife, when they were going through that ugly divorce, the McCourts were using revenue that they were making off the Dodgers for personal expenses, personal lifestyle. They weren't investing in the team.
So that's why we can get past the NLCS.
Bingo.
You don't blame Puig. You don't blame Manning.
You
don't blame none of the players that we had back then.
The players always got to take the blame, but also Manny Ramirez was part of the McCourt regime. Puig was part of, because Mark Walter and Guggenheim bought the Dodgers in 09.
Yeah.
It wasn't in 09. Was it in 09?
I thought it was 09.
I think it was 09. Yeah, that's when they bought the Dodgers. So when they bought the Dodgers were being ran very terribly. They got rid of...
Who was relevant, though?
The Dodgers were relevant because they had Manny Ramirez, but they were being ran very terribly. And if I'm not mistaken, I take that back. If I'm not mistaken, I think when Guggenheim bought the Dodgers...
When we had Matt Kemp in them.
Yeah. I think when Matt Kemp, Andre Ethier, James Loney, and all of them. But I think when Guggenheim bought the Dodgers, they made the trade for Manny Ramirez. Their team found Yasiel Puig. Their team got Hanley Ramirez. Their team made the trade for Adrian Gonzalez. Their team... No, the team before drafted Clayton Kershaw. The McCourt's regime drafted Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah.
So we'll give that to them. But they had the Zach Greinke's and the Kenley Janssens and the Corey Seagers and the Cody Bellingers, and they brought over brought over Justin Turner. They brought over Chris Taylor. They brought over Max Muncy. They made the trade for Manny Machado when they did, which fuck him. Guggenheim has made Ned Colletti was the Dodgers GM who drafted all of these guys. Andrew Freeman made the trade for Mookie Betts. Andrew Freeman signed Shohei Ohtani. Andrew Freeman helped bring over Yoshinobu Yamamoto, World Series MVP Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Yes, sir.
By the way, for those of y'all that forgot. So my point is that ever since Guggenheim and Mark Walters' team has been in charge of the Dodgers, they've been relevant. They've been contenders.
Who's been relevant?
No. I mean relevant, like they're supposed to be. They've been contenders, and they have 3 championships to show for it. That is what I think we're going to see with the Lakers.
The reason why I said we've been relevant even before 2020, since 2008.
Well, okay, think about it. You said the Dodgers have been relevant.
So for 12 years, we was relevant.
But think about it. You said the Dodgers have been relevant since 2008, right?
Yeah.
1 year later was when the sale was made. Yeah, so it coincides with when the Dodgers were sold to Guggenheim, that they've been relevant, that they've been contenders. They have 3 championships to show for it. The Lakers, since Jerry West passed and Jeannie Buss and the Buss family been running operations from 2013 to, let's just say, 2025 when they finally sold, they've been to the finals 1 time.
Hey, May said, shout out to my nigga Murder. My nigga Murder said he don't count the bubble championship.
And that's another thing. A lot of people don't count that bubble championship. But the facts are the facts, so I'm not going to get into that back and forth with people.
I mean, NBA championship, an NBA game is an NBA game.
Yeah, a championship.
If that's the case, the Spurs championship don't count.
A championship is a championship.
The Miami Heat 2012 championship don't count.
And nobody says that. So my point is that a championship is a championship. It's in the history books that they won a championship. With that being said, the Lakers since 2013 up until 2025 under the Buss kids, they've been to the NBA Finals 1 time. For the Laker organization, that is not even close to being
Not
acceptable.
the Laker way.
That is not close to being acceptable. And that's what I've been trying to tell, again, Paul, I know you're watching this. This is what I've been trying to tell you from the jump, is that the Lakers going to 1 championship in 14, 13, 12 years, whatever it's been, that is not close to being acceptable. It's not close. We don't brag about getting to the West Finals.
It took us 12 years and went after the Showtime. So
right,
sometimes it's gaps.
Right. There was a gap from 88 to 2000. There was a gap. You know, the Lakers had to fall down and get back up. From 2010 to 2020, the Lakers had to fall down and get back up.
2011.
2011, okay. The Lakers had to fall down and get back up. The problem is that when they got back up and got to the mountaintop in 2020, you're supposed to keep going. With LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
So is that on LeBron or is that on
It's more so, bro, it's more so, no.
Or is that on management?
It's both.
Because we had Boogie.
Here's the blame pot.
We have JaVale. We had Rondo.
They won a championship.
We had all the players that we had on the team that we won the championship with. They disassembled that shit like Boston did.
Exactly. That's on management. They shouldn't have broke up that 2020 team. And Genius came out and said that. Rob Pelinka came out and said that. I wish we wouldn't have broke up that 2020 championship team. We should have gave them an opportunity to repeat. Which I don't understand why teams do that. Look at Oklahoma City right now. Oklahoma City won the championship last year. They brought back the whole fucking team.
But they drafted all them niggas. Ain't none of them niggas free agents. Except for...
Sir, they traded...
Wait. Except for... what's the white boy name?
Isaiah Hartenstein?
No. Him and the other white boy.
Alex Caruso?
Both them niggas is imports. The rest of them niggas they drafted.
Did they? Shea wasn't drafted by Oklahoma City.
My bad. Pardon me, brother. Pardon me, brother.
Stick with the facts.
Pardon me.
They traded for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He wasn't homegrown.
Nobody expected Shea Gilgeous-Alexander to be
no,
what he is today.
nobody. You could chalk
Shout
that
out to Chris Paul for molding that.
And you could chalk that up to the OKC development department. Chris Paul had a hand in that. But my point in saying that is that Oklahoma City won the championship last year. The front office brought everybody back. Everyone. They don't have one new player on that team. Everybody that was on that team last year is back. They are 16-1 right now.
Did they have any apron implications that disallowed them, that made them be able to bring them back?
Not right now. They'll at some point they'll come across that. But my point is that they gave them an opportunity to run it back. And so far, they are 16-1. They are the odds-on favorites.
And they're not even the full strength.
And they're not even at full strength because their second-best player hasn't played a single game yet this year. That's crazy. That's crazy. Their one loss was, it happens. Portland came back on them and beat them. It happens. 16-1. And they're the defending champs.
Chet looking like he's...
So... To the point I was trying to make is that the Lakers in 2020 should have put that thing back together. To sum all of this up, it's crazy what has happened with the Buss family since the great Dr. Jerry Buss passed. the sibling rivalries that was going on. And the moral of the story is that Jeannie, I think, resented the way it was set up for it to be when Jerry Buss was done. And I'm not saying when he passed, I'm saying when he was done. You know, and Jeannie didn't like it because Jeannie felt like she's smarter than her brothers and that she should have been put in position to run the basketball operations.
Well, this is what I.
But you also got to.
Go ahead.
We got to give Jeannie credit because Jeannie runs the business operations and Jeannie helped land that TV deal with Spectrum.
Absolutely.
She landed that deal.
Absolutely.
So
what I heard that Jim and his brother were more vested in the horses.
Yes.
And Jeannie was the basketball aficionado.
And that's
what I heard.
No, that's true. That's what pissed her off about what Jim and Johnny was doing because Johnny and Jim were more about the horses, horse racing, making their money off of that instead of putting the product on the floor to compete for championships. Jeannie didn't like that. Jeannie did what she had to do. Now, Joey and Jesse, they were invested in scouting guys that could possibly help bring a chip back to LA. But again, they had what Jeannie wanted, which was to being in charge of the basketball stuff. Or should I say, let me take that back. They were in line to be what Jeannie wanted to be, which was in charge of basketball operations. She didn't want it to be the way her father had it set up. So Jeannie, again, did what she had to do. And like I said all this time, Jeannie has been playing chess from day one. And she finally said checkmate.
I mean, it looked like Jeannie Buss did exactly what Vince McMahon did. Oh, Stephanie, Triple H, y'all want to double cross me and vote me out? You know what? I'm gonna sell this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sell this shit. Hey, but guess what? As a result of him selling that shit, shout out to Renzo, shout out to Pat, and the rest of the chat. Ever since Vince sold the company, WWE ain't been shit. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Discussion for another day. We're going to have to bring them on and talk about that one in person. All right. Anybody head you want to get on? Because there's one person who head I want to get on.
Yes. I want to get on, who do I want to get on right now? You know, we'll go first, and then I'll think about what I'm going to do.
All right. Mr. Brandon Ayuk. Please come to the front congregation. I'd like to talk to you for a minute. A couple of off seasons ago, you pretty much held the 49ers hostage. What do I mean? I mean, you wanted a new contract, and the 49ers weren't willing to give you a new contract yet. So you held out. Missed the whole off-season trainings, and I think you missed the preseason that year. And 49ers finally gave you a contract. Number one receiver type contract. With incentives and guaranteed money. Because that's what they do in the NFL. They give you incentives, they give you guaranteed money. Which means they give you a check off top, like, boom. This is
guaranteed money.
Guaranteed.
That's cool. The incentives, you got to earn that. That ain't guaranteed.
As of yesterday, the 49ers voided the guarantees in his contract and voided.
On what grounds?
Because they don't want to pay him.
Because he's injured or because he's not good like that?
Because he's not worth what they paid him.
Okay.
They should. My point in saying that is that this is headed towards
a departure.
An ugly departure. Because the relationship is shot to hell between Brandon Ayuk and the 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, you should have never got that contract in the first place. Because you're a good receiver. But you ain't like that. You ain't like that. And as my outro to the 49ers being my favorite team, I just want to say, Brandon Ayuk, I'm disappointed in you for holding the 49ers hostage like that because you did all that. You got injured. You were supposed to be back in week 6. You ain't back. I think the fact that you ain't back yet has something to do with the fact the 49ers did what they did. You were supposed to be back a long time ago. That means I don't think I could be wrong, but maybe you aren't taking your rehab as serious and doing what you're supposed to do to get back on the field to play to help that team win. And it's actually pretty disappointing that you did all that. You may have had something to do with Juwan Jennings doing what he did over the summer, talking about he wants number 1 wide receiver money. And you ain't even a number 2, Juwan Jennings. You a number 3.
All
because
three of
you've
y'all.
had opportunities this year to prove that, hey, the money I'm asking for, I'm worth it, and you have it. So I don't understand. So Brandon Ayuk, the 49ers, I'm glad y'all did what y'all did and voided all his guarantees and all his incentives. And at some point, we know that y'all just going to flat out release him at the end of the season probably and let him go. But ever since Brandon Ayuk did what he did the offseason before the 24 season, I knew the writing was on the wall. There's a guy at my job that's a 49er fan that we talked immensely about this. And we both agreed Brandon Ayuk should not have gotten that contract that he got. The same with Juwan Jennings. I'm glad the 49ers didn't make the mistake of giving Juwan Jennings a contract. Nope, you're going to play this contract out, and we're going to see if you actually worth what you're asking for. The answer is you're not. So, good luck to y'all too, but both of you guys aren't going to be 49ers after this season. And I'm sure John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan and the front office of the 49ers are going to make decisions they meet. They got Ricky Pearsall. They'll probably build around him as their number 1 receiver going into next season and go from there. But those two guys, I don't like the fact that y'all handcuffed the 49ers like that when they were my favorite team. Even though they're not my favorite team no more, I still don't like what y'all did to them. So good luck to y'all, but you guys are not going to be 49ers next year. That was some foul shit. So
Now I'm going to do something different. The person who I want to get on is Brian Birdman Stunner Williams.
are you talking about the verses?
Hey, my nigga.
You talking about the verses?
I'm talking about the verses. Everything was cool. I fuck with you. I fuck with you, bro. I fuck with you. But you shouldn't have came in, my nigga. Hey, bro, you shouldn't have did that shit with Turk. Like, guess what? All money in, bro. Shout out to my nigga Armanius. So, at the end of the day, you could have put your personal business to the side, but I just want to say thank you for giving me in 2016, 9 years ago, you gave me, are y'all finished, y'all done? I ain't talking no more. Put some respect on my name. Fast forward 9 years later, you gave me something new. You gave me a new one. You said, we bought all the bullshit. If you don't like it, fuck it. But it's a time and a place for everything. Shout out to my nigga Percy, Master P. Miller, and the whole No Limit squad. Y'all kept it classy.
Like
you know what I mean?
Like they always do.
That was a good versus. You know what I mean? And I'm sure there's been some times in my life, in our lives, in our friendship where my nigga over here probably had to have a moment with like Manny Fresh and had to take the mic from me because I'm finna say some shit that's finna start some shit. But as we grow, nigga, you a grandfather now, bro. I'm sure. Just cut the shit, bro. You and No Limit on tour. And it can't be a real No Limit cash money situation, unfortunately, because C-Murder locked up and Mystical locked up. But you damn sure could have had motherfucking Turk and Wheezy there.
Yeah.
Get your shit together, Birdman. I fuck with you. And this is Sports Space with Big and Skip. Press that like button, press that share button, press the subscribe button. Tell a friend, bring a friend, come again. We back at you.
I don't fuck with Birdman, but we'll leave that there. See y'all next week.
Hey, my family's from New Orleans. I got to do it.
Yeah.